everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to episode 10 of the Let's Play. Today, my friends, is a big one and I'm probably being quite ambitious with my goals today, only I would like to take down the Eater of Worlds and Brain of Cthulhu in today's episode. Now, history tells me that the Eater of Worlds in Legendary mode is an enormous pain in the butt. But the Brain of Cthulhu, I can't remember. Have I ever tried to take down the Brain of Cthulhu in a Legendary mode world before? I can't remember, I gotta be honest. Fact is, though, from the Brain of Cthulhu, we could get ourselves a bunch of Crimtane ore, and if we were to get ourselves Crimtane armor, we should get ourselves massively increased life regeneration for our character. Having massively increased life regen against the Eater of Worlds, I think that's a pretty good way to go, personally. So, as a result, today, we're going to be going for the Brain of Cthulhu first. So what that means for us is heading on over to the illegal Crimson biome, which has a bunch of corruption chasms. Now, here's the thing. If we're wanting to take down the Brain of Cthulhu, we're going to want to have ourselves a good amount of space. We could try and take down the Brain of Cthulhu at the surface, I suppose. But I think what potentially might be a safer way to go is if we were to just, I don't know, blow ourselves up a large area underground and make it into a bit of an arena. But anyways, last few episodes, we've been really trying to stack out our character. For example, we got ourselves Honeyfin as our health regen potion equivalent type thing. 120 health as opposed to only 100 with the normal 100 healing pots. That's pretty good. We've got Sashimi providing medium improvements to all stats and additional life regen. And we've got a lot of them. And also in here, we've got ourselves quite the amount of potion ingredients. And as you can see, we have the ability to make, well, quite a lot of potions. So, yeah, all in all, I think we're looking pretty stacked. So then, let's grab out some bombs, let's grab out some dynamite, and ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get right on with this thing. And while I make my way over to the Crimson biome, it gives me an opportunity to say a massive thank you for all of your lovely support throughout this series so far, my friends. I really do appreciate it a lot. So, down we go. Of course, that one doesn't go down to anywhere. This second one, though, goes down to death. That guy did almost 150 damage to me. I'm not a big fan of that. Wait, really? The second little chasm didn't go anywhere either? All right, third time lucky. That's how the saying goes, isn't it? Come on. Okay, we're going down a long way here. Please don't let this go down to a dead end. Wait, it actually does? Bro, where the hell is the horizontal section of this biome then? This is the 5th Crimson Corruption Illegal Chasm of Illegalness we're going down here, and it still doesn't lead down to anywhere. Do you know what? There's a part of me that's feeling like what I should do is just blow this place up until we find ourselves the horizontal section, because this is just weird. All right, 7th time's the charm, right? No. And the 8th one doesn't lead anywhere. The 9th one, though, leads nowhere. What is happening? All right, we're going for number 11 now, my friendos. Oh, number 11 and 12 have merged into one chasm here. Maybe that gives me some hope that there might be something down here. One certainly hopes so. Ah! There we are. Look at the amount of altars and Crimtane hearts we have around here. Wow, this is actually kind of wild. And also a whole bunch of lava. I am not a fan of that. Wow, okay. So had I just bombed the heck out of any one of these previous chasms, yes, we would have found this horizontal section. Oh my goodness me. I could have just used the tree that leads down to the dungeon entrance as the way to find this place. Oh, boy. Cue the Python's bad memory strikes again comment. Wait, I've just realized something. Demonite ore. Can we not transmute that to become Crimtane? I could have sworn that that's a thing you could do, or is that just a modded? I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter. Even if we could transmute into existence a bunch of crimtane, we'd still need to grab ourselves a bunch of tissue samples in order to make ourselves the armor, right? Alrighty, time to start blowing up this biome. Let's see if we can't make ourselves a whopping great underground space here. Excellent. We got ourselves a whoopee cushion. Love to see it. What I don't love to see is all of these lava pools in this crimson here, though. So I'm just gonna do myself a favor here. I'm gonna bridge right over it all. I'm not dying to lava in the middle of a boss battle. I mean, as much as, yes, I'm trying to blow up like a large area as sort of the main arena for the Brain of Cthulhu, there may just come like an emergency time where I have to scale this biome. So, yeah, bridging over the lava, it might not be all too necessary, but better safe than sorry, right? Hey, there we are. That should definitely help buff up our arena. Getting ourselves some banners for the creatures who actually spawn here. So, yeah, Bloodcrawler banner, definitely. In other words, these annoying spider buttheads. We'll be able to take these guys down and take less damage from them, which is quite good, especially when it comes to the actual boss battle itself. The last thing I want is to wind up tanking a bunch of health as a result of getting hit by these annoying butthead spiders. Alright, I've got 5 dynamite on me. Should we go ahead and upgrade our explosive situation here just a little bit? Maybe speed up the process here a bit as well. Here we are, something like that. Yeah! Look at all the crimstone we're getting now. Lots and lots. Love to see it. Uh-oh! No! I chucked that in not a very good place, actually. Ah, bugger. Well, I might have messed that up. Yeah, don't give up your day job there, Python. You are not cut out to be an explosive expert or arsonist expert, whichever applies. Now then, because we can't get rid of altars just yet, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that demon altar there as sort of the edge of our Brain of Cthulhu arena. And then, yeah, we're just going to continue heightening this area right here and then hoping that it's enough. Alrighty, folks, so slowly but surely, I'm making decent progress on my Brain of Cthulhu arena. I think the time has come, though, to start getting some buff stations placed down. So, we've got various bits of bobs. We've got sunflowers, we've got campfires, and over here, I'm hoping I'll be able to make myself a heart lantern or 2. Maybe we don't have any chains. Yeah, we don't have any chains. Now we have chains, and now we should have, there we are, a heart lantern. You know, normally I'd have no issues just scaling the crimson biome to get back to my arena, but nah, I can't be bothered. So I'm just gonna manually make a new extended crimson chasm of epicness. Eventually it will connect up with the horizontal section down below, and then we'll have easy access to the arena. Oh my goodness me. What's that mean? Did that guy just like hop out of the water there? Is that a legendary mode thing, or am I just really far behind with my knowledge of this game again? Probably the knowledge, right? I suppose maybe I could have used my dig toys to dig out this little extended crimson chasm, but where's the fun in that, eh? Dig toys isn't capable of using explosives, right? So, yeah, here I am. Do you know what? I'm getting a little bit tired of having to take these guys down constantly. I think I might have to invest in some peace candles. I think I should be able to make them, right? It's platinum bars, I believe pink gel, and maybe some other bits and bobs as well. It's been a while since I made them, so you'll have to forgive me if I can't remember how to make them just yet. Alrighty, down go 2 dirt blocks, upon which I'm going to place a sunflower. And that sunflower is going to act like a beacon of hope for this area, because those 2 grass blocks are the only 2 grass blocks in many, many hundreds of blocks. But obviously the main reason I planted that down is so I can have myself a little bit of a movement speed buff. And here we are with 2 times health regeneration buffs as well. And we've still got more health regeneration to come via the sashimi and just some box standard health regen potions as well. So 4 different sources of health regen, and that was without having crimson armor. It's not bad going, is it? Well, my friends, it has taken quite a lot of time and quite a lot of explosives, but I think we're just about there in terms of shaping this place. Whether or not this is going to be large enough remains to be seen, I guess. All right, Guidey, remind me, how do I make peace candles? It is pink torches. Ah, right, that's where the pink gel comes into play. So, the Brain of Cthulhu. Let's think about this, shall we? I think first phase, when we have to take down all of the little floating circle creeper dude thingies, we maybe use unholy arrows alongside our bow, right? And then for the second phase, I think we just go at that guy with a boomstick, you know, really make usage of this bad boy. I don't think anything else is really going to come into play. And then in terms of accessories, Hermes boots, that's fine. Cloud in a bottle, that's fine. Flying carpet, yeah. Shield of Cthulhu, yeah, that's fine. Band of Regen and Shark Tooth Necklace. The Shark Tooth Necklace, that's going to be very, very useful. Increases armor penetration by 5. Essentially means we're doing 5 more damage than we otherwise would. Am I the only one who's surprised that we haven't had the goblins pay us a visit just yet? I mean, I feel like by now, usually, I'd have the Goblin Tinkerer and we'd just be going absolutely crazy with the Reforges, but no. Sadly, nothing so far. So, ammunition. Ah, right. That's not a lot of unholy arrows, is it? With that said, though, if I was to force into existence a blood moon, maybe I could purchase them, right? I'm pretty sure you could purchase unholy arrows from the arms dealer during a blood moon. Question is, do we have any blood moon summoners? I feel like I used one. Yeah, I did, and I didn't get any back. Ah, no. I mean, we got under a minute until nighttime. Maybe RNG will be nice to us. I guess while we're waiting, maybe we can look through the various buffs we can have on us. So starting off with the stake here, major improvements to all stats. Very nice indeed. What else have we got here? We have a little bit of thorns. That'll be useful. Swiftness. Always useful. Iron skin. Abso-freaking-lutely. Hunter potion, so we can keep track of the little floating dudes. And then archery for a little bit of additional bow damage. And, oh, heart reach. Yeah, that would be quite useful as well, right? Right, the only other thing I can think of is regen. Just a normal regen potion. So, here we are. Unfortunately, no sign of a blood moon. So then, my friends, let's give the Brain of Cthulhu a go. Am I nervous for this? Abso-freaking-lutely. As I said before, I can't remember if I've ever tried to take down the Brain of Cthulhu in Legendary mode before. If I have, I can't remember, like, what AI changes there are with the Brain of Cthulhu in Legendary mode. So, yeah, definitely nervous. I guess we'll learn as time goes on. Maybe what I should have done was use this first attempt as, like, a dry run. Yeah, and then once we learn what we need to learn in terms of the Brain of Cthulhu's attacks in Legendary mode, maybe then we could put on all of our buffs. Anyway, down goes the peace candle, and now all we got to do is blow up some hearts. All right, that's 1 heart, Undertaker obtained, and 2 hearts. Crimson heart, our first light pet obtained. Oh, whoa, okay. Okay. I didn't actually get any ammo out. Okay. Good job there, buddy. That was really... What am I doing? I am completely whipping this attempt. Wow. Why did I not get my bow ammo out? Why didn't I do that? In all seriousness, I think I need to get assessed, because that was beyond a poor attempt. That's not even worth talking about. What the hell was that, Python? Ah, there we are. Jester's arrows. I'm so annoyed at myself. Why didn't I just get these things out and just be done with it? Eh? Alright. Whatevs. The good news is I actually do have a good amount of fallen stars, so as a result, I should be able to make myself quite a lot of Jester's arrows. Yeah, a very, very good amount of Jester's arrows, in fact. Right. We are going to balance out that appalling attempt before with actually a semi-decent attempt this time. Right? Alright. Buffing up. Let's just do this thing. Oh, no. No, no, no. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this thing to me where I can't even get into the arena. Okay? I'm not okay with that, buddy. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, panic mode, panic mode, panic mode. No! He wouldn't let me get anywhere. Dude. I spent like 45 minutes blowing up and shaping this arena. And in all seriousness, I don't even feel like it's like a quarter how big it's supposed to be. Okay, question. Vicious mushrooms. Okay, we actually do have a little bit. But I don't think we've got enough to make ourselves the Brain of Cthulhu summoner manually, unfortunately. Unless you can transmute the vile mushrooms into vicious mushrooms. That'd be pretty handy-dandy, right? Maybe we should visit the shimmer, see if we can do that. Alright, vile mushrooms, into the shimmer you go. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. What if I was to put regular mushrooms in the shimmer? Literally nothing. Right. Okay, that's not that useful. Oh, no. I'm going to have to try and get myself some more vicious mushrooms at some point then, huh? Oh, yeah. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the Goblin army is approaching. I mean, they're approaching while I'm in the middle of trying to, you know, enlarge my arena, but we'll gloss over that. At the end of the day, as a result of taking down the goblins, we should be able to get ourselves the Goblin Tinkerer. Maybe start combining some accessories. Maybe start getting ourselves some good reforges as well. But yeah. I'm on my next day of recording here, my friends, and I do apologize because I know that that is starting to slow down the frequency of these episodes, recording over multiple days, but, yeah. I needed to have a little bit of a breather after the events of the last few cuts with the failed Brain of Cthulhu attempts. So, yeah, I've decided to make my arena bigger. I've also decided to farm out a bunch of dudes so I can have more banners. And yeah, I feel like we've got something that is of a decent size now. So yeah, all we got to do now is head back home, take down the goblins, and then we can be on our merry way. Do we really want to use Jester's arrows against these guys? I mean, it is by far the easiest way of taking these guys down, but yeah, my Jester's arrows are a finite resource. I mean, maybe to take down all of the archer buttheads who always wind up forming an army at range. Taking those guys down with Jester's arrows is probably a good way to go, right? And there we are with my first death. Awesome. Ooh, a harpoon. Well, that'll do a little bit more damage, right? Yeah. Always been a sort of underdog weapon, this, hasn't it, the harpoon? But actually, it is pretty darn good. Do you know what, though? I seem to recall this weapon sort of retracting upon you hitting an enemy. But now it seems to go through them and inflict some sort of debuff that does 4 damage per tick. That's pretty gnarly. I think it's fair to assume that at some point relatively recently, they have given the harpoon a much needed buff. I don't know which update did it, but thank you. Only, yeah, this thing is doing the job quite nicely now, isn't it? Though weirdly, after all of this time, it is still counted as ranged damage. I'll never know why that has been the case for as long as it has been, but it is. So, yeah, we just gotta deal with it. Not that it really matters. Ah, bugger. There's me thinking I was starting to get on quite well. Yeah, look at this crowd control though, man. It's brilliant. Oh, I'm in love with this weapon now. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. The Goblin Army. Done and dusted. Hell yeah, dude. We now have the ability to find ourselves the Goblin Tinkerer NPC. So, the easiest way to do that is to grab yourselves out a Hunter Potion and then just head underground and try to spot a little green goblin somewhere in the darkness. The best news is, as well, we have ourselves a rare creature detector, so as soon as we see Goblin Tinkerer crop up, all we need to do is just sort of look around, and then we'll be able to find this guy. And ladies and gentlemen, Bound Goblin, there he is, bottom left here. Fantastic. Right. In order to make the most out of this guy and to get the cheapest Reforged prizes, we're gonna want to move this guy into a house with an NPC he actually likes and in a location he actually likes. For now, though, I see no reason why we can't go ahead and purchase for ourselves the rocket boots and the Tinker's Workshop. So here we are, my friends. Let's get this workshop placed down, and then we can finally make a start on combining a bunch of accessories. So let's go and bring this thing up here. We've got ourselves Spectre boots. Wow, just how many boot accessories do we have? A lot, as it turns out. Anyway, there we are. Got a little bit of that going on. And we've got lightning boots available to us immediately. Absolutely love to see that. There's the tiger climbing gear. And look at that. We can make 3 of them. So eventually, we can indeed have 3 Master Ninja gears for the 3 major sort of class things we can use here. Anyway, moving on, we've got ourselves the humble cloud in a balloon. That's going to be nice and useful for our agility. So there we are. Got ourselves a little bit of that going on. Now, if only I had a lucky horseshoe. Being able to negate all fall damage would actually be quite nice. But yeah, sadly, we don't have that. Anyway, let's go ahead and start putting on some of our brand new accessories, shall we? The lightning boots, abso-freaking-lutely. I'd have to be stupid not to want to put those on. In terms of the rest of the accessories, though, I mean, yeah, I'd still say we're looking pretty good. Anyway, the next thing I want to do is to figure out where is the best location to put the goblin and with which NPC. Now, normally, you can put the goblin in a snow biome alongside the mechanic, and he would be super happy. But unfortunately, we don't have access to the mechanic just yet. So, yeah, this might be a wiki job. Alrighty, I'm very glad that I checked the wiki, because it turns out there are other combinations and locations where you could put the goblin to where he will be happy. You can put him in the underground and or cavern and or underworld layers alongside the dye trader, and he will be happy. So, what say we make ourselves maybe a temporary pylon base down at the center of the underworld? Or maybe we could do what we usually do and put it on the bottom right of the underworld. That way, we've got the entire world to take out the wall of flesh with eventually. Do you know what? Shimmer. I think that is what we're going to do. I'm hoping that the shimmer still counts as like a cavern biome and not as its own biome. So, let me go grab myself some resources, and let's get ourselves down there. Alright, my friends, I think all we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves like a mini pylon NPC house of epicness. I don't know, just say around here on this little ledge. Wait, hang on a minute. I've just realized something, and I can't believe I didn't notice it before. Why haven't I been using my vampire frog staff? I don't even think I had that on before in the Brain of Cthulhu attempts. Did I? I can't remember. Oh no, it's going to be another case of I just completely missed out on some free damage, huh? Oh, come on! I can't even build in peace anymore. Hey, you know what I've just remembered? Isn't there like an ether block furniture set? I could have sworn that that was a thing. We have ourselves Ethereum blocks. All I need to do is figure out just how to make all of the various bits and bobs. Ethereum bricks at a furnace. Okay, well, let's go ahead and grab ourselves out a bunch of stone here, of which I have over 8,000 apparently. Blimey. And let's make ourselves some Ethereum bricks. All right, 85 of them. It's not the greatest amount, but there we are. We're already kicking things off with the Ethereum workbench. Yeah, I know. This house is a little bit of a suspicious shape, but we'll gloss over that. What we're going to do is we're going to go to town on this brand new set of furniture. Ethereum candle. Oh, dude, I am liking this. All right, Ethereum table. Actually, do you know what? Maybe I should have swapped this. Have the Ethereum workbench on the bottom layer. Oh, for goodness sake. Can you guys not just leave me alone for like 30 seconds? Right, come on, let's speed run a door. Right, there we are. Yeah, no one's getting in here now, you sons of guns. Right. Now then, back to it. Ethereum table. I'm going to stick that at the top center right there, because why not? Have ourselves a couple of chairs. There we are. What else we got? Ethereum candelabra. Don't mind if I do. And then perhaps a little bit of lantern action up top here. But you know what? I'm going to have a couple of lanterns outside as well, because why not? There we are. Okay, what about Ethereum brick walls? This looks like an interesting one to work with. What does it actually look like, though? Oh, not bad. All right, my friends, I think we've got something that actually looks pretty decent here. All we need to do is get some NPCs down here. So, where is the Goblin dude? There he is. And then the dye trader. There we are. Right, all we need to do is get ourselves away from this place. Oh, no, it's daytime. Ah, darn it. All right, those guys aren't going to be spawning down here for some time yet. So what say we make the most out of this upcoming day and we try to finish off our newly enlarged Brain of Cthulhu arena, huh? All right, my friends, improved arena has been taken care of. We've got a little bit of time left before nighttime rolls round, and therefore I can get on with doing some nicely cheapened reforges. I think what we could do for the rest of this Terraria day is to potentially do a fishing quest. Surface Tundra, the Tundra Trout. Right. We might not actually be able to do that one because we don't actually have a surface Tundra fishing lake yet. I mean, I don't know. We can always try this one and see what happens. Yeah, I didn't think so. Because the very tippity top of this water is technically at the underground layer, it doesn't count as a surface lake. In which case, at some point, I'm going to have to manually make myself a surface tundra fishing lake. Wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting a golden crate there, but there we are. I guess we could make usage of the fact that this time of day, late evening, just before we head into nighttime, you get the highest natural amount of fishing power. As you can see, 102. One thing I am noticing, though, is apparently we're not getting the full amount of fishing power, presumably because this lake isn't big enough. You can see it comes up with like minus 10%. So yeah, we need to make this lake a little bit bigger, and then we need to make ourselves a surface tundra lake as well. Oh, lots of world shaping to be done, isn't there? All right, very good. We're getting ourselves a small supply of variegated lardfish and frost minnows here, which is pretty nice. I'll absolutely take it. So let's head on home here, do a little bit of quick stack action. And in here, I should be able to place... Oh, I've already got variegated lardfish and frost minnows, warmth potions, and summoning potions. Hey, we could potentially use this against the Brain of Cthulhu as well. And endurance potions. I forgot about those bad boys. I mean, hey, this next upcoming attempt for the Brain of Cthulhu will be attempt number 3. Third time lucky, right? If we really want to better our chances of taking down the Brain of Cthulhu, making these high-end potions might not actually be a bad way to go. Well, aside from the warmth potion, that's not strictly necessary. But yeah, summoning and endurance. So, because it's nighttime, we should now be able to teleport to the ether pylon. And there we are. We can. Oh, you know, I've just realized maybe I should have done a little bit of a thing. If we're going to have the Goblin Tinkerer semi-permanently down here, we might as well put down his workbench as well. There we are. Right. Happiness. 84%. I mean, that is good, but it's not the best. I'm pretty sure you can get that down to like 69% or something crazy like that. But anyways, 84%, I'll take it. It's still cheaper reforges than it otherwise would have been. So, what are we going to go for? Unreal Demon Bow, that's already fine. Boomstick, though, we can definitely do better than Strong. Nasty comes with minus knockback, but it does come with plus speed, which isn't bad. Fabled is already good. In terms of the accessories, though, oh yeah, there's a lot to be done here, folks, isn't there? Let's see if we can get ourselves, I'm thinking, more defense. Armored, I will take that. Armored on the Band of Regen. Very, very good. What about the Shield of Cthulhu here? Again, armored. No, don't want menacing. I really am looking for just defense. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Love to see it. Right, Flying Carpet. We don't even have a reforge on this thing. Blimey. Guarding. Nah. Come on now. Menacing. Nope. Sorry, buddy. There we are. Oh, do look at my defense going up. That's fantastic. Love to see it. All right. Oh! First reforge on that bad boy. Love to see that as well. Lucky. Come on. Up. This is expensive as hell, dude. Oh, man. All right, guarding. I'll take it. 42 defense is now the amount we have. Come on. We have just beefed ourselves up something fierce here, folks. So then, thank you, Goblin. That was a very much needed buff to our loadout right there. What the hell? It's boulder raining again? For goodness sake, Terraria. The boulder rain isn't going to fall down on the ground at my arena, is it? Oh, goodness me, I hope not. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Burgers and a lot of buffs, including summoning. Let's go ahead and get a second summon on us. Let's make sure we've got ourselves the Crimson Rod on as well. And, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado. Right, oh, don't do this to me again, man. Already having to use a health potion because the guy wouldn't even let me go into my own arena. Hate that. Absolutely hate that. Right, here we are, though. Already doing markedly better than all of our previous attempts. Yeah, buddy. All right, come on, then. Come on, then. Come on, then. And any second now. That is the... okay. We're upside down. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. I'm going to die here. This is really, really skew-iffy. I don't know what to... I can't tell what's going on here. We've got 2,500 bleeding health to take down. There's no way I could do this. Oh my god. This guy's getting way too close for my liking. I don't like this. I can't do that. I can't do that. How in the hell are you supposed to do that? I seem to recall on a previous Terraria series that was the case. The Brain of Cthulhu would reverse your gravity in the second phase, but I thought that was modded. I'm not okay with that, man. Wait, I didn't even have my buffs on? Are you kidding me? I didn't even have my buffs on. Well, at least we didn't waste them. There is one possibility here. If we manage to get ourselves enough of these tissue samples to where we can make ourselves the Deathbringer pickaxe, we might be able to get down to the underworld and try and grab ourselves enough hellstone to be able to make ourselves the Molten Fury bow. Now, I don't know about you folks, but the Molten Fury bow, it's a nasty one. I think that could be the difference between us failing and us succeeding at our fourth upcoming attempt here. Look at that, 38 tissue samples. Deathbringer pickaxe and the Molten Fury. It's the way we're going to have to go, isn't it? Hey, another informational accessory that we didn't already have. Demonite, you're going to go bye-byes so I can buy myself a DPS meter. Was that really worth getting rid of the Demonite ore for? I don't know. Probably not if I'm being honest, but oh well. Oh, yeah. Magic power potion. So my Crimson Rod can do just a little bit more damage. All damage is good damage in my eyes, my friends. So then, down to the underworld in search of hellstone. And, well, there we are already. We've found ourselves a bunch. And, wait, hang on a minute. Since when did we get underworld houses this far in the world. That's a little bit skewiff, isn't it? That is what you get for dropping live bombs from bases, you stupid fire imp, and Terraria in general. Haha! Friendly fire against yourself. What would be really good right about now is if I could find myself some fire blossom. That way, I would be able to make myself some obsidian skin potions. I've got plenty of obsidian, but it's the fire blossom I'm lacking, unfortunately. I mean, there's always the possibility, of course, that I can get myself obsidian skin potions from the vases here. But no, sadly, no such luck just yet. Now that it is approaching evening time in Terraria, any fire blossom that may be around should be blooming. As a result, we should be able to grab ourselves a few fire blossom seeds and therefore be able to plant ourselves some fire blossom ourselves. Aha! Yes, this is what I was looking for. We have ourselves a hell forge finally. Very, very good. Oh, come on! You're dropping coins all over this hell house, which is burning me currently. Ah, that's not cool. Wait, another coin portal I think I just saw there? Sheesh! Wow, they really are luring me in with honey here, aren't they? Great risk, great reward, my friends. So here we are, my friends. Finally, we can upgrade our furnace to a hell forge. And before we do anything else, we need to grab out all of the obsidian we have. Holy crap! 694? How the hell have we wound up with that much? That's kind of nuts, actually. Right, question. How many bars can I make? And will it be enough for a bow? Let's have a look here real quick. Come on, come on. Molten Fury. That's what we're looking for. I don't recall the bow requiring too many bars. Come on, Dylan. What are we looking for here? Oh, 3 more bars, and then we can make ourselves the Molten Fury. Oh, the volcano, though, dude. How could we pass that up? Oh, and Hellfire Arrows. Bro, that could be really, really good against the second phase of the Brain of Cthulhu. Here we are, Obsidian Skull. All I need to do is put that on in place of something, and then we can get ourselves back down to the underworld. At least now we can explore the hell houses without getting burnt to death. That's not nothing, right? Oh no, the death is coming. The death is coming. Oh boy. Come on then. Come on then. I mean, unless I managed to take this guy out, which apparently I did. Oh my word, I really am the underworld master here, aren't I? Alright, how much hellstone do we have? 158 just from grabbing the bits that were adjacent to the hell houses. Hey, don't mind if I do. That's not bad at all, if you ask me. Let's see how many hellstone bars I can actually have on my person now. Hopefully, quite a decent amount. 67. Yeah, buddy. All right. So, as a result of having all of that, there's the Molten Fury. There's the Volcano. Molten Pickaxe. Imp Staff. Do we want to have an Imp Staff over the Vampire Frog Staff? I mean, maybe. Additional damage is always good, right? So there we are. Hellfire Arrows. Let's get ourselves a healthy top-up of those. We have ourselves just over 2,000 of them now. Wow. Okay. With all of our new weaponry, I feel like we should be able to do this thing now, right? So, time for a quick reforge sesh. Can we get something other than terrible reforges? What the? Oh, okay. Talk about going from extreme to extreme. Damn. All right, what about the volcano? Nice cheap reforges here as well. Plus speed, plus damage. Oh, yeah, baby. What else have we got? An imp staff. Yes! Yes! Thank you, Goblin Tinkerer. About time our freaking luck started to turn our way. Love to see it. All right, my friends. I'm hoping that that is a good omen for things to come. All we need to do is make ourselves the summoner and give this guy a go again. I'm really hoping, really hoping that this is going to be the definitive one. The one which results in a victory. Oh, I'm still nervous. I won't lie. I am definitely still nervous. All right, a new Crimson Rod goes down. We're buffing up. Okay, apparently when you favorite things, you can't buff up. Right, what have we got? Summoning. Boom. Oh, wait, I was pressing the wrong button. Okay, never mind. Being a big old doofus brain. Here we go! Manually summoning in the brain of Choo-Choo. Let's do this thing. Dude, the damage, though. The never-ending damage. Holy crap, holy! Absolutely love to see it. Getting a significant amount of health back, and already we are in second phase. Will I have enough time to check... No! No, not like this! I was going to say, will I have enough time to, I don't know, switch my ammo? No, not like this, not like this, not like this, not like this, please. Not like this. I hate this upside down stuff. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I don't know which one is the real one. I really don't. So I'm just kind of shooting one way and hoping for the best, really. What I really don't like, though, is the fact that my Crimson Rod just isn't doing anything. So, yeah, that's a bit of a yikes. Right, come on, come on, come on. Just look at the one that's on fire there, Python. That is the way you're going to do this. Look at the one that is on fire. Wait, this is actually... Wait, I'm actually going to do this. Come on, baby. Come on. We actually did it. Yes! Oh, my word. Oh, my word. My friends, come on. That perseverance and determination and the amount of time put in to taking that guy down. Surely that's got to deserve a like. Ah, we did it, my friends. We did it. The legendary mode Brain of Cthulhu is down. Let's open up the treasure bag. Oh, look at all the Crimtane and Demonite ore we have. Bro. You know what this means. We'll do it here at the end of the episode. I'm not going to make you guys wait. Let's just do this thing. Let's get the Crimson Armor. Then, yeah, hopefully next episode, we'll be able to make quick work of the Eater of Worlds. I certainly hope so. I mean, look at this. Not only more defense, but more damage and more life regen. Bro. Oh. I feel so good right now, my friends. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like if you've enjoyed today's episode. And, of course, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on my future episodes. For now, though, have a great rest of your day.